Yo, what up, everybody? It's your boy Mosh Pit TV. Welcome back to the new Bark Noctowls Soulsilver Nuzlocke.
Oh, I guess we're going into me. That's so weird. You said your name before you introduced. Yeah, you threw
I
me
messed
so
it up.
The order.
I'm Hawkward, and I at least had the order correct.
I'm Sarv, and I'm still here.
I am Void, and we're glad that you're still here, Sarv. Even though we have two people that aren't at the moment, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's Gara and Blasian still missing.
Weird without Blasian here, isn't it?
It's so weird without Blasian.
What do you mean it's less stressful?
Can't wait until he sees that.
I mean,
Does
is he
Blasian
wrong,
even
though?
watch the episodes? I feel like I've never had him comment on them or say anything about the episodes. Does he watch them?
He watches them when he edits them.
Yeah, I was about to say he renders the video.
Yeah, but he doesn't sit there. I mean, I guess he does watch it through to know, like. I mean, all he does is change it if we catch a new Pokemon. If he knows that we don't catch a new Pokemon in that episode, he probably just skips right through it. Yeah. I was just wondering if he ever sees the final edit.
I mean, he's definitely made comments on like what happens in the final edit, so he definitely has to.
But with Blasian, are you sure? Are you ever really sure?
I mean, no.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he has to do anything.
He doesn't even have to let our Pokemon live.
He doesn't even have to look at the screen when he plays. It's crazy how he does it.
Just hits A button. Oh, Blasian's infected you. You can't go through doors.
Dude, it's this new controller. I've had to change controllers. I wish I had my own.
Pink DSi is what he meant to say.
I mean, yeah, sure.
All the DSIs
I've had
different.
to change controllers, and I hate this new controller, but I don't have a better one at the moment.
You want us to ship you a new DSi, is what you're saying?
Yeah, basically. Unfortunately, do you know how much it costs to like actually like mod a DSi to be able to record? That shit's expensive.
Tree fitty.
I'd say more like faux fitty.
Our brother in Christ, 450.
Yes, sir.
I said that to Foxy the other day. She got real mad.
Also, by the way, since we have a good message to share with the people, fuck grinding. I'm gonna go play some Void Flip.
Yay!
Wait, we're addicts.
Did we want to talk about that now, or did we want to just, play some games and talk about it later?
Either way.
Play some games.
We'll leave you in suspense. Tune back in at the end of the episode.
Yeah, get that watch time up, boy.
No.
I like your ideas.
I got you. Hawk just went in and hasn't said a word, just started flipping shit.
I like this
Hawk
game.
is not here anymore. Yami Hawk has been awake.
The heart of the flip guide you. It's time to flip.
I hate all
Flip
of
your
you.
next pathetic Voltorb.
Oh my god.
Joke's on you, Kaiba. This board has no pathetic Voltorbs.
Oh god, it's been too long since I've
It
looked
has
at
the
this. I gotta
unstoppable electrode.
Look, I love how he just flipped that 0 and just been chilling ever since. Like,
No, I have to think. It's been a hot minute since.
So
the two
speaking
can go
of
there, two can go.
speaking of Exodia, did you see that recent TikTok? I actually saw a reaction to the TikTok before I saw the TikTok itself. But it's a guy sitting there and he's playing poker, and it's just a bunch of poker. It's a bunch of hit copies of him playing poker on the table. And they're like, all right, and here's the river. And it's like, all right, guys, I got I got ace high. And the next guy goes, sorry, friend, I've got a flush. And the next guy's like, whoa, 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 I've got a straight flush. And he's like, hold on, guys. Sorry, I've got a royal flush. I'm like, royal flush? How the fuck? He's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I've got the unstoppable Exodia. It's like, how the fuck did you draw Exodia?
That's the guy from the Peanuts. I got a rock.
That's so
No,
good.
he's like, because this deck has no pathetic cards, Exodia, obliterate, and then the house blows up. It's fantastic content. That
No,
guy's
that sounds
hilarious.
That is awesome. Did you see where in a
Hopefully we
recent
didn't-
Yu-Gi-Oh tournament they actually summoned Exodia like several times?
Yes,
and
I've seen a couple of videos recently about that.
I was like,
The
"Damn."
guy won with a fucking Exodia deck.
Oh, Exodia is really good, dude. I used to play it like really competitively in Yu-Gi-Oh.
It's not good currently.
Well, maybe
No,
not currently, but I mean, there's been plenty of times throughout the years where it has been.
Yes, I agree with you. It has been good throughout time, but this actually like happened like a couple of weeks ago. Like in the
Dude,
current meta, he
Exodia
won
can
with
come up out of
Exodia.
anywhere. You never know. It's like
Well, apparently.
herpes. Like you never know when it's going to flare up.
I hate
Did
that
you know
phrasing.
the Exodia virus is already inside you?
I'm gonna say like I gotta keep my
That phrasing was
Exodia
worse.
meds in my backpack when I go to a tournament.
Okay. I hated this lineup.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
this
not a
board
good one.
sucked.
All right.
Middle
That board
orange
did
is
have pathetic
zeros.
cards actually.
Electrode,
right.
obliterate.
All right, what's the top number mean again?
So the top number
The points?
is the number of points that's in the row. So for example, the one that I just revealed has 6 points.
Right. Okay.
And then the Voltorb shows like how many Voltorbs in the row. So for example, since this has 3 points and 2 Voltorbs, this means that each of the points only has to be a 1.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas
So
this one,
where the sixes intersect is probably a really good chance that that's not a Voltorb. There's like a 75% chance that's not a Voltorb
The blues.
because there's so many points in both those rows. So there must only be.
Are
I
you
guess there's
talking
one
about
Voltorb
Are you
regardless.
talking
The
about
red,
the
blue,
blue and the
blue,
red,
blue?
or the blue and the blue?
I guess it's the same
Probably
thing
both
applies
of
for
them,
both.
right?
yeah. Because here's the thing, that
Did I start the timer? Hold on.
I
did. Okay, we're good.
What's the strategy here? I forget.
It's kind of a process of elimination. So, for example, filtering out what has to have a 2 or what has to have a 3. So, for example, with this, it's 6 points with 1 Voltorb. That means it could be a 3 and 3 1s. It could be 2 2s and 2 1s. So you kind of have to play a process of elimination and try to figure out like where is it most likely to intersect your higher point values.
Yeah,
So-
see, I'm thinking it's where those blues intersect is where it's most likely to be a higher point value because both of those rows have have 6.
Yeah,
Points.
but both of these have a 6. This
Right,
has
so
a 6.
those two are your best ones, I bet.
But
That's
this,
where the most
this,
points intersect. So
but
the
the-
likelihood of there being a high point there is higher
then
than anywhere
this
else.
purple column also needs a 2 somewhere. It can't be up here. It can be here. It can be here. It can't be here.
Right, but what I'm
Yeah.
saying is the likelihood of it being in where the high numbers intersect is higher because both of those need to have a high number in them. And so it's likely that they would share the same one.
Wouldn't
So
the
I'm saying,
bottom
like,
right?
it's probably a 3 there.
Wouldn't the bottom right corner for the purples intersect? Wouldn't that have to be an electrode essentially? Or highly likely it's an electrode?
Highly likely,
Because
yeah.
if so, in the purple column, it's going to be a 1 and a 2 somewhere in there because there's only 4 points available and there's 2 Voltorbs. So
Yeah.
it means there's only a 1 and a 2 left in that column. And if you
It's very likely that
basically the
that's a Voltorb.
same for the row at the bottom, it's very likely that that corner is a Voltorb.
Yeah, because what are the odds that the column and the row both have 2 Voltorbs? You know what I mean? Like the odds of it being there are higher than anywhere else.
God, it's been way too long since I've done this. I'm trying to do this like Minesweeper or Picross, but
Yeah, I'm
know
saying
40
flip
episodes
that blue
different, but-
intersection.
We could just start flipping at random if that helps you.
Flip the blue
I
intersection.
hate flipping at random. I want a logical reason to have to flip.
There is a logical reason. That's our best bet. There we go. See? Yeah, see?
Nice.
Now calm down for a second.
Stop touching. Stop.
We know that
Calm down, Blasian.
the blue row, all that's left in it is 1s and a Voltorb.
Yep.
Yes, I know that.
I just want to say it out loud for all the rest of all, so we can all get on your level, Hawk.
Yeah, we don't think you're stupid, Hawk. We just think there's people watching.
I mean,
And
I think I'm stupid, but
I know. That's why I tried to not say
Void,
that.
you don't have to call me out like that. I know I'm watching, but damn.
I at no point said anyone was stupid. I alluded to it heavily to certain people. Inflation. I'm sorry, he's not here to defend himself. That's not funny.
No, it's funnier.
No, it's
'cause I don't see
hilarious.
it.
yeah. So there was a 2 in the where the purples intersect.
Oh, I see what you did. You knew one of those was a Voltorb. I had a high possibility.
I mean, we were still right that it was a high possibility that it was a Voltorb.
Yeah, just because it wasn't a Voltorb there doesn't mean that it wasn't more likely that there would have been.
So you got green column and orange row. That's easy enough.
Okay, lots of freebies here.
They're like, you guys are stupid. We're giving you something.
No, we did all right. This is not an easy game. It's like this is meant for 9-year-olds or something.
There's only 3 points in the blue row, and
that is
2
dangerous.
Voltorb. That means they're all 1s in the blue row.
Mm-hmm.
In the orange column, there's a 2 somewhere.
The
That's
blue
gonna
row
suck to
sucks
find.
ass.
Yeah, I don't like orange column at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, orange column is trash too. It's not worth the risk there. We can just assume those are all 4 Voltorbs in the orange column.
These are
You know what
all
I mean?
1s.
Well, I guess
So
that one of them has to be a
This
2.
needs another 2. And then this needs another 2.
I never
So-
understand the logic of where you're putting the 2s, but I trust you.
Those are possibilities where the 2 can go.
Because the purple column only has 4 and 1 Voltorb, so they're
Yeah.
all 1s.
Oh, okay,
It took me a minute to figure it out too, Mosh. Don't worry.
okay. But since the 3 on the orange column, there's 3 Voltorbs, and there's only 3 total. Okay, then we know that one of those has to be a 2. I got you.
Yeah.
Because there's so many
There
Voltorbs.
needs to be 2 Voltorbs in here. We do.
This board sucks. Dude, this game is hard. All right, so we see that. No,
I want the old slots
I don't know
back.
jack shit actually. Good for anything.
God, why can I not remember the strategy for this anymore? This is actually frustrating me a little bit. I think there's a Voltorb. God, this is frustrating me. I think there's a 1 there, and there have to be 3 in there. Yeah. Why? This is slightly frustrating me because I know there's a strategy to it, and my brain is
I think we're just getting really hard ones.
no.
I'm just really dumb. I've never been able to figure this game out.
I remember by the end of the last time we played this, I was starting to figure it out. No, I really think that they've just been giving us really hard ones.
Oh my god. Here's a straight up freebie. 2 columns. End a row. So orange column has a 2, but the rest of them are also Voltorbs. That's terrible.
Okay, so I accidentally muted myself for like the longest time. I knew I heard something go off. I was typing and I must have clicked a button.
You're smart.
So I just got a text message.
Okay.
And they called me Void. I don't know who this is, and I'm scared to open it.
That's hilarious. Is it somebody from? Did you give your number out to?
I bet it's
I
Blake.
think I've
friends
given my
from-
number to like 3 people in the community that would call me Void, and
I mean,
2 of
I
them
your
have been
number, and
recently.
it's not me.
Yeah, I was gonna say 2 of them have just been recently, and it was for is it Zelle or whatever?
Oh.
Like to send money via telephone numbers.
Uh, I was gonna say I feel like it was probably a TwitchCon thing. If you're just now getting a message and you don't have them in your phone.
Well, I don't want to go into the context of the message, but they're apologizing for some, and I don't know what to open the thing up to like look at it just yet,
I feel you.
because we're in the middle of a recording. I feel like that's unprofessional, but like also bringing it up, it kind of like threw me for a loop. So sorry.
Well, since you were muted, did you have the strategy for how to play this better?
My option was to start randomly flipping, and then Hawk got mad at me, so no.
I don't like it because there has to be a strategy.
There is.
Technically, randomly flipping is a strategy. It's not a good one, but it is a strategy.
Where's the kick this guy out of here button?
My server, bitch.
All right,
Try
so
it.
there's 3 Voltorbs in the orange column, which means that the Voltorb being there on the orange is more likely, right? On the bottom there, on the purple row. We know one of those 2 is a Voltorb.
That is a Voltorb.
Oh, yeah,
Literally,
it has
I
to
have
be a
that.
Voltorb.
I have that solved.
Yeah, both of those are
Well,
solid.
then the green one's good to go then, right? The green column, purple row.
Green. No.
Oh, no.
No,
Those are
both of those
Yeah.
are Voltorbs.
Okay. Got you.
That's a Voltorb. So I know one's here. I know one's here.
Okay.
Wait, if you know one's there, then the rest of the blue row is good, right?
No. Oh
No.
yeah, the rest of
Well,
If you-
yes, but it
yes,
doesn't
the rest
matter.
of the blue row would be good.
They're ones.
Okay,
I don't care.
We
Yeah.
might as well flip them though, just so it's easier to look at. You're working on a whole other level that makes this not fun. Like, you're too good at it. I can't even, like, you're thinking so many moves ahead that I don't even know what you're talking about.
I don't know. Go ahead and flip them.
So we know
There
that
we go.
those
It's
bottom
so much
3
easier
now.
to look at now, right? Like,
He said, eh.
That has to be a Voltorb. That has to be a Voltorb. This one's safe.
That's a
So we're
Voltorb.
missing
The
a
bottom
2 in the purple column.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
that top right hand one is safe, but only from like probability.
Yeah,
Not,
I think I
not
would
guaranteed.
agree because there needs to be 7 in the purple column. But there needs to be 5 in the red column, which means in the red column there
has
also
to be
needs to be a
top right.
2. If there's a 2 in the red
No, you're
column,
right.
2 in the
Yeah,
red
that's
row, and
guaranteed
2
a 2.
in purple column. Yeah, so top right has to be a 2.
Yep, top right to 2.
That means
Guaranteed.
the yellow purple intersection.
That solves
mean-
the whole thing.
Why
Doesn't
can't
it?
the 2 be here? Why can't the 2 be here?
Because if a 2 is right over there, then we don't get 7 in the purple row. Column.
2 can't be in the orange row because it's got 4 points total and 2 Voltorbs, which means
So-
oh fuck. Hold on, you're right.
Let me-
Hold on. I
Oh,
see what you mean.
no.
It's
listen,
either
take it back.
it's either the 2 is here and the
It can't
2
be
is
there.
here.
It's impossible.
Mhm.
Why is it impossible for the 2 to be there?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
The 2 is either here, or there and there, or there and there. It's a 50-50.
It's in the corners. Okay.
It's a 50-50.
That's rough. And there's no way of figuring out exactly.
This is why we have a D4.
Oh. Is there anything that would give it away for us?
Nope.
I
feel
really
like there's
think
something we're missing.
As I say, I thought Mosh and I were right though. We did say top right was clear.
I mean, sure, but it's a 50-50.
I would say with the way
I
that
don't think it's a 50-50 though, because you need it in both of those rows for it to be there.
So,
because if it's okay, now that you've cleared it, we can't really.
I've tried to move the cursor and it cleared it. I mean, here's the unfortunate thing. Yes, you needed a 2 in both of those rows. You needed a 2 in both of those columns. But it was a situation where, as long as they were diagonally apart from each other, it could have worked either way.
Yeah, that one was actually a toss-up. If it had been like 2 different columns in the same row, then that's like guaranteed it's in that corner. And that sucks. I thought we had it figured out.
Oh, it was a 3.
We were very close. I mean, the way the game works is we can like bow out at any time and like claim our money, right?
Yeah,
like, it's not meant to be cleared every time, right?
No, you don't have to clear it.
I know you don't have to, but I'm saying even the way the game is designed, it's like not likely that you'll clear it every time.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
In the blue column, wouldn't the only things that are left are 2s?
Blue column, 3.
Blue column. So there's 7
yeah, they're both
points in that column.
Well, no, it could be a
There's
3 and a
2
1.
Voltorbs.
I guess
you're right.
technically, yeah.
Okay, you're right.
Well, orange
Can it?
column is
3.
all ones.
Yeah, it could
Or
be
is all
be a
clear?
3. And then this is all ones. Oh, good. So we get to have fun down here. So
Hooray!
if this is a 2, it could be 2 2. If it's a 2 here, it's a 2 here. If it's a 2 here, it has to be a 1 here. No, 2 here. So either all of this is 2s. Well, okay. Let's do this. This is safe no matter what. This is going to give us our answer.
Oh, gross. That was the one thing I didn't want.
You got the 2 orange columns, the green and the red up the middle there. You can still do because they're all 0s.
Oh, I didn't finish marking that.
Yeah.
I mean, they're 1s. I already knew they were 1s.
Yeah.
So that means this is a possibility of a 1. This is a 1. This has to be a 3.
Nice. Hey, we did it.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Ah!
I was gonna say,
We just doubled our coins.
you said that being a 3 was the worst. I was like, no, that's the answer.
Oh.
Oh yeah, and we
I play
level up.
so many puzzles.
No
so-
freebies.
Yeah, no freebies. That's fun.
Okay. So while you guys are doing this, I'm gonna go ahead and make our announcement for this.
That's good.
Since it is about time to be done. So as much as we would like to keep going and keep moving forward with the story and with the Nuzlocke, unfortunately, it's just getting to that time of the year where everybody is getting really busy. So instead of trying to go and schedule really hectic schedules for 6 people together, since we still are having a hard time getting everybody together for these recordings, what we're going to do is we've decided that we're going to take a small hiatus for the holiday season. So this will be the last episode until the new year. So we'll go a few weeks of November and then all of December without posting an episode. But then what we're going to be doing in the meantime is we've got content on like mine, Mosh, Sarv, Gara's channels, maybe Blasian and Hawks. So make sure you guys go check those out in the interim. We will also be doing some grinding off screen so that we are prepared to go on to the rival fight and the Elite Four as soon as we come back. We are shooting for the early January 2024. But we're going to go ahead and say it will be back in January 2024. We just have to line up our schedules over the next couple months and get some recordings in. So we want to say thank you guys for going this far with us. We want to say hopefully you guys come back after the hiatus is over so that you can see us finish out the rest of the Nuzlocke. We'll get the grinding out of the way while you guys are. Well, no, you don't. We don't go with that. Shush, sorry. Shush. But see us take on the Elite Four, win the Elite Four, and start moving into Kanto. But that will be early 2024. That will be our goal for the next year. But we just want to say happy holidays from the New Bark Noctowls, and we will see you guys in 2024. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Totally finishing this game first.
All right, that's fair.
Click where the pink ones intersect just for fun. I feel
that.
it's good.
No!
No, it's good where the pink ones intersect. It's the best
There's
one.
no pink.
Or the
red.
purple, whatever. You know,
And purple.
Look it.
Oh, my.
Do it. Oh, live life on the edge.
Oh, is that-
It's on anything else until you click it.
Oh.
Click it.
Oh my god!
clicking it.
I just realized the orange or the green column sucked.
Oh, it's the best one. Click it. It is the best one, though. It's a really good one. Click it. Bottom right.
It's-
I'm trying to click it
Green's
myself. I can't
thinking
click it. It won't let me click it.
It's actually kind of nice though if you
I
think
know. I
about it.
really want you to click
The
it.
break, because like
Are we
you're
actually
leaving
done recording?
Johto and going to
know.
Kanto. I don't know.
I'm the one that has to stop the recording. I'm still recording.
Okay.
All right.
Like
Look, both-
leaving
both
Johto
of
and going
us,
into
this is
Kanto,
after
leaving
credits. Okay.
one year and going into the next. It's kind of a cool concept.
Right?
Fuck, please click the bottom right. I want you to so bad.
Oh.
Yes, no, you hovered it and everything.
You fucking tease.
Look,
Alright.
we at the New Bark
I
Noctowls
can't wait to see
don't
anything else.
kink shame
Six.
here.
Okay, so that has to be all twos.
Yeah.
Is there
You know
anywhere
what's
else?
probably like a 3?
There are no
Well,
threes on the
right.
board anymore.
Okay, well, you know what's probably a 2?
There are no threes, only Zool.
Would it be safe to assume that green column, purple row is a Voltorb and the rest of those points on that bottom are points? With as many Voltorbs as that is?
So wherever it is in here, it's a 2.
Yeah. Yeah,
Bro,
I
if
didn't
you
want to
don't
click
that
anything on
purple
those.
intersection, the one that's like 88% sure to be a good one.
88.
Math is not Masha's strong suit.
I know.
It is though, dude. No,
He
look,
said it
bro,
is.
The green column has 4 Voltorbs in it, which means there's like a 80% chance that that's a Voltorb, which means I have an 80% chance that this one over here is not a Voltorb. My math is checks out.
My bad.
He's the one doing the checking too, just so we're all clear on that.
He's got the black pin filling in the answers. He's got the red pin right behind it.
You know I'm right though.
I feel like
I'm
it's a pretty good
spite not
chance that
clicking
that's a
that
good one,
spot, even
but
though it's the spot. Like,
I don't know what else to click after that. That's the real
well,
problem.
maybe not after that, but we could get that one though. I will die if that's a Voltorb in that bottom right. If at the end of this that's a Voltorb, oh, there we go. Thank you so much.
His anxiety was high. His anxiety was so high.
I know.
So much satisfaction though. Doesn't that feel good? Doesn't
Okay.
that feel good?
This is a 1. This is a 1. This is a 1.
I hate to bring it to you, Hawk, but one of them ain't a 1. One of them's
Amen.
a Voltorb.
One.
It's a 1 or a Voltorb. Either way, I ain't flipping that shit.
I love Hawk's reasoning. A
No,
one is as good as a
not, though.
Voltorb to me.
That means all the green ones are ones, which you have that marked. I get it. Okay, we're on the same page.
Would purple row, red column be a 2?
I feel
So,
like it probably is.
Here's the thing: a 2 can fit in any of these spots.
Yes, I know, but it's a higher chance that it would be there just for the fact that yeah, it would be a higher chance that it's there because in the red column it will probably have a 2, a 1, and a 1 since we've got a 2 showing. And so if all of the ones in the purple column left are 2s, I think you have a high chance that that is a 2.
Here's the problem. Like, I know where you're going with it. The only issue that you run into is anywhere else that is feasible for me to click is a 2. Here can be 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 a 2.
But
Crying out loud, here can be a 2.
The
Here can be a
likelihood
2.
of that green one being a 2 is
But
very low, though.
Right, but the purple, where the purple and the red intersect at the bottom left is a much higher chance because the purple row has 7 points in it, whereas the other rows have very low chances. So it's essentially saying that there's a higher chance it's there because there's more points that could be accumulated in that square.
So I want to go back to what Mosh said, where it's like it's a higher likelihood to be a Voltorb in the green. You could say that about any of Green's fucking spots.
Exactly. Every one of Green's spots has like a 70% chance of being a Voltorb. Or 65 or some shit.
Your math is changing every time.
So
No,
it
it is
almost
80.
feels
It's
like
80.
in the
My
purple
bad.
column or the purple row, the red intersection and the blue
Yeah, there you
intersection
go.
are where the 2s are at. The likelihood is higher.
Yeah.
Right. Which is what this game's all about. Well, I guess not all about, but you gotta take that leap of faith every once in
It
a while.
really sucks that there is a fucking 2 in the green column.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
at this point, you gotta bite the bullet eventually on one of these 4.
Yeah, you got blue or green column and green row. Both don't have a lot of points.
Yeah, but we're still at an 80% chance that it's that blue one though. The 2.
Again,
That's
you
a blue
can say
column.
that. You could say that about anything where that green meets.
Right,
Because-
but we know there's a 2 in the purple row, correct?
Yes.
We know that there's an 80% chance that that green one is not a 2. Right? Because there's 4 Voltorbs in that column.
Yeah, but you could say
Honestly-
that about any green spot in this
but
row.
but that's not true though, because none of the other ones have 7 points in them.
But they all have a 2.
Mm-hmm.
Every row has a 2.
But not every row is 60% complete. You know what I mean? Like, we know that there's a 50-50 chance on which one that is, but that one is less than 50-50 chance because we know there's 4 Voltorbs in it. You know what I mean? I mean, there's still a 20% chance that the Voltorb is not right there.
Yeah.
You,
But there's an
you want
80%
me to
chance that
flip
it is.
this on bullshit math, in all honesty.
Is there such thing as bullshit math?
Yes.
Math is absolute.
So if I understand what Mosh is saying, it's instead of it being a 50-50 chance to pick the 2 to pick the Voltorb, you're saying it's more like a 60-40 chance because there's more points available in the blue column
Yeah.
And
instead of the green
and
column.
the pink column. Right.
Yeah.
Like, both of those columns need a 2. And the
But-
green one has 4 Voltorbs in it. Like, I don't know the exact math, but it's really good. Like,
But here's the issue. That would make sense if this one that I'm highlighting right now had a chance to be a 1. It can't. So it is literally a 50-50.
Yeah, that one has to be a Voltorb or
So
Let's
I guess
do.
the question is, let's look at the green column and see if we can figure out which one the two would have the best chance of being. Because would the best chance for that 2 be in where the purple and green intersect, or would it be?
That's where you run into a rough thing, because each one of these rows need one more 2. Each one of these columns need one more 2.
Well, what about? Yeah. Okay, wait a second. All right, so blue row.
Actually, that's a lie. This column needs 2 more
There's
2s,
2.
but still.
All right, so blue column up and down needs 5 points, correct?
Yep.
And blue row across needs 4.
Needs 4.
So both of those need to have a 2 in order for it to make sense, right?
Yeah.
Where was I going with that?
The cross section would be the 2 in that row and column.
I don't think so.
That would satisfy both of them. It doesn't make it necessarily correct.
Right.
I mean, if I'm going to be completely honest, I think the best chance to continue this game is
orange.
pick one of these 3 in the orange column.
Yeah.
You think so? I think the best chance to pick the one I've been saying to pick.
It is a 50-50 chance to be a 2 or a Voltorb.
Yeah.
The reason that we want to pick
like
one of the orange column.
How is it a 50-50 chance if we know that green has 4 Voltorbs in it? That means it's very likely that that is a Voltorb.
But you could say that about any green column. If there was a chance for that blue to be a 1,
all
I
the
would
green
agree.
ones are mad sus, so let's not click them. So the blue one's probably good.
I get it.
I'm actually about to mute Mosh. Because he will not listen to me.
Because what in the orange column would most likely be the Voltorb? Is there a way?
I don't know any other way to find out any more information.
I would pull the bullet probably on this one up here.
Okay. Like that one's
Based
the
on
one you
what?
want to flip?
This column has 2 and 3 1s. So even if I pull it, it's more likely that I'm at least going to pull something here that's not a Voltorb.
Oh, because the other 2 rows are 2 Voltorbs each,
Yeah.
which would probably put the Voltorb in that row in the green column.
So since you were right with that, what new information does that give us?
Well,
That
we can parse.
anything in this column is probably a 1 or a Voltorb. So,
No, there's one more
Nothing-
2 in the column.
oh, you're right. There's only 1 Voltorb.
But
Apologies.
that means that green
That's
can't be
probably
here,
Voltorb.
blue can't be here. So it limits the options that you have for these.
So that's a So the 2 you just marked, you're marking them as ones, as ones
He's basically
not,
not
to flip.
clicking anything with a 1 in it.
Okay.
It could be a 1 or a Voltorb.
Yeah.
If I had like guaranteed ones, I would click them, but I really don't. Not with no zeros.
Yeah.
So there could be a 2 here. There could be
Well, we know there has to be 2 2s in that orange row.
Yep.
orange.
One of these is a 2.
Orange row and orange column, but again, it's kind of just luck of the draw, because it could be the 2 is here, then the 2 is here, then the 2 is here. It could be the 2 is here, then the 2 is here, then the 2 is here. It's kind of pick your poison.
Yeah.
So
wait,
if we flip here, the chance that it's a Voltorb,
is higher than with the spot that you're like. Well, I guess I see what you're saying about that spot on the bottom.
So, question, Hawk.
There's a risk.
Since I'm looking at the rows, green row, orange row, blue row, all have 2 Voltorbs in it, right?
Yeah.
If you're looking at the columns, all of the columns have 1 Voltorb in it except for the green one.
Yeah.
So mathematically, wouldn't it be an extremely high chance that the green row, orange row, and blue row's Voltorbs are one of their Voltorbs are in that green column each? So like those 3 in the in a row are Voltorbs. It doesn't give us the answer of which is the last Voltorb, which is the 2, but doesn't
which further backs up the math that blue column, purple row is probably not a Voltorb.
You are trying so hard to pull for that fucking spot.
No, what he said literally does back that up though, because he's saying it's more likely that the Voltorb would be in one of the other slots because there's 2 Voltorbs in each of those rows.
I'm saying
the
that
purple row only has 1 Voltorb.
I'm saying that that in those 3 spots are Voltorbs, but that doesn't alleviate the green purple square from being a Voltorb, because the green red one could also be a Voltorb.
Yeah.
It would essentially be eliminating it down to a 50-50 in the green column of which is your point, which is your Voltorb. But
so
at this point, I think the only way to make a guess is pick the most mathematically best spot, which is that spot that I'm talking about. Or, I mean, technically you would just move on and you take the 16 coins. You know what I mean?
We could just take the 16 coins.
Is there another one you can eliminate?
I mean, at this point, it's just probability of it being a Voltorb.
Gotcha.
Which personally, you know where I'm thinking is the least probability.
What about
I think this
column,
one,
red row?
Because here's the thing, this is a straight up 50-50. Because the biggest reason for it being a straight up 50-50, you cannot have a 1 in that spot.
It has
Something like
2.
this would actually be a little more beneficial, because both that row and that column, even if it's not a 2, could at least be a 1 and let us keep going.
All right, listen to me really closely just for a second. I'm so serious. When you look at purple row, that one right there that we were considering clicking, it's not a 50-50 because the only other spot in that row has an 80% chance of being a Voltorb. So it's not a 50-50.
You're pulling in information that does not matter to the equation of what's the probability of these being a 2 or these being a Voltorb.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, this can either be a 2 or a Voltorb. This can be either a 2 or a Voltorb. In that row, that is a 50-50 chance. Yes, there are 4 Voltorbs in here. Get rid of these 2 rows. Out of these 3 spots, there are 2 Voltorbs. You are correct in that statement. But it is equally likely for any of these to be a Voltorb, and you don't want to take that into the calculation of this specific row, because this blue one can't be a 1. That means that it, rather than being 3 possibilities for this one, it's only 2 possibilities. It's still only a 50-50. Whereas
I just think we have more knowledge about that row than we do any other row.
Like orange row would be a better one to like pick on. What was it? Was it green blue? Dang.
I mean, no, Mosh was right. I don't agree with his reasoning for being right.
No.
But he was right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a guess no matter what. It's just the most educated guess we have on the board. Because the only other spot is more likely to be a Voltorb, because there has to be a lot of Voltorbs in that row. It told us that there's a lot in that row.
But it was equally likely for the Voltorbs to be in any spot in that row, so why does it matter?
This is why I was a history major. I don't do math.
No, I'm saying that's the only information we have to work with. There's no other information to work with. Our only information to work with is that we know that if we click in that row, the 4 out of 5 things we click in that row is going to be a Voltorb. So
I'm glad that we finished the video after I said goodbye, because this has turned into like a 45-minute video.
Yeah, we can finish. We can end the video now.
I love it.